What's happening, folks? Back with another reaction, back with another slice of trance from 1998, and we're going to listen to a track that I heard back in the day, certainly by 98 when the track came out, because it was on a mixtape that I heard a lot at the time, a DJ Huggy mixtape, but it wasn't a record I got until years later through Discogs. Though I did know the name, or what I assumed to be the name, which turned out to be correct, though it was a remix. And that is to say, we're going to listen to Cyrus and the Joker, who made a number of tunes together, I think under different names as well, but I think this was maybe their most prolific duo name. And in any case, we're going to listen to a track called Moonlight, but it's listed as a remix. And I looked on Discogs, and apparently there's another person named like Andres Child. I'm not sure if that's correct pronunciation for either the given name or the surname, and I wonder if he maybe wrote the original, because the other tracks on here are just credited to the two guys that went by Cyrus and the Joker, but this track is credited for three people, so maybe the Moonlight track was originally this Andres guy, and then Cyrus and the Joker remixed it so they all get writing credit. In any case, I've never heard the original, so I don't know how similar to or different from the original track this remix is. Nevertheless, as I said, this is a tune that I heard back in 98 and then years later was able to get through Discogs. It's a perfect opening of the set type of tune. There's an ambient and very dramatic, even mysterious opening with this vocal that I wonder if it was recorded original or recorded anew for the track, whether that's for the original track or the remix here, or whether it's actually a sample that's taken from something. But yes, it's a very excellent track, or mix opening track, to get my brain and my mouth in conjunction here. And yeah, ultimately it just has a lot of energy. Even though I would still call it progressive trance, not quite hard trance, it's definitely got a bit of drive and a bit of punch to it, and the melody is very dramatic. It's not a smooth and flowing and light melody for a meadow. It's definitely for a forest at night under the moonlight with a bit of drama, a bit of energy. So let's give it a listen. This is Cyrus and the Joker. The track is Moonlight. It's listed as a remix, and it's from 1998. Make sure I know which side it's on. This side. Assuming it's on 33, if not, I'll adjust. But yeah, we've got a heartbeat, a bit of a harrowing wind.
We pray that the sharing of culture will bring about a positive change in our lives. Moonlight. 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 Moonlight.
that sound in particular, that bum bum, it not only adds drama to some of the measure transitions and certainly to the drops. Although the first time you hear it, there's the main act is still coming. But yes, there's a bit of a cinema quality to that. It really has this dramatic flair to it, that double, almost like a horn type of hit. I will say my favorite moment is still right near the beginning. The long ambient intro with the vocal, which is nice. Then suddenly everything starts to evaporate. It does that sound for the first time, and the kick comes in, and the bass line. But it's a measure later when the frantic, like, what's the right word? Like, almost like melodically rattling melody. I don't know how to describe it, but the first melody you hear, and the one that drives a lot of the track, the first moment that comes in, to me, is the best moment of the tune. It's just like, oh damn, like I didn't see that coming. And that was my first reaction when I heard it on a mixtape back in the day, and ultimately it was, as I said, and along with a number of other records, something that I always wanted to get, didn't quite know what it was, what label it was, who the artist was, and then years later stumbling around on Discogs, it was like, oh, Moonlight. I remember that track, Moonlight, is that it? Oh my god, it is that track, and I was able to order a copy. Then there's that second melody that comes in, it's sort of like a keyboard bum 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 bum. That melody is fine, I don't have any problem with it, but it's very secondary for me. It almost like obscures the intensity of the main melody, or the initial melody, even if I think maybe that second melody is the more typical trance-like melody from the time. And I don't have any problem with it. Again, it's cool, and I like it in conjunction with the more frantic one, but to me it's that first frantic melody that really makes this track. I do like the bait and switch. We get the second drop, the first one with that secondary melody and the original melody at the same time, and then it seems to be stripping down, and then we get that like almost like music box, like kick and hat, that's like a kick and a hat, it almost sounds like maybe someone's mixing into another track that's still at a low level, and then even that sort of strips down a little bit. We get the vocal, a long pause, and then it comes back one more time. So I do like the trickery. It's an atypical third drop, and one that makes you think maybe the tune is winding down, and then suddenly it comes back again. So yeah, I will say, in the version that I first heard on that Huggy mixtape, he mixes out before that. So when I got this record, I was like, oh damn, there's more to the track that I never knew. And I don't know what I've done typically. I know I've used that in mixes, and surely on my YouTube there's one or two mixes with this track. But yes, I assume that I let most of the tune play because I really do enjoy that third surprise drop. But yeah, as I said, for me the real moment, the standout moment, is the opening of this tune, the ambient intro, the drop into the kick drum and the bass line, and then the first arrival of that frantic melody. That's the best part to me. The other two tracks on the record, they're cool, they're good. I think I've used them too, but definitely this is, even though it's the B1 tune, this is the A track for me on this record, and it is the tune that I bought it for. So yes, another slice of late 90s trance that was part of my rave experience as a trance/techno party enthusiast as a late years teenager, which is to say I went to my first party late 96, and for the first part of 97 I was mainly going to Goa trance parties, and of course I still love Goa trance and psychedelic trance. That's still one of my main interests, but because of my older brother, that was sort of my entree-pot to the world of rave music and rave parties and trance music. And then I started, finding my own interests and so on. And this came a little bit later when I got the first Huggy tape I had actually came from my brother, even though it was melodic trance. And that one has some tracks that I think I've reacted to. Mirror Image by Long Life. If I haven't, I have to do that, but I'm pretty sure I have. But the Sasha remix of Horse's Careful, there's some tunes from that first Huggy tape that I got that I'd like to react to, because those are records that always have a nostalgic place for me. But yes, I got the next Huggy mixtape, and this was on there, and for years it was this quest to find it, and eventually I did. So that's one of the cool things about Discogs. You can not only find new things, but you can eventually discover gems that you never knew the name of, or you didn't know where to find them. So shout out to Discogs, shout out to Cyrus and the Joker, as well as Andres, the third party involved, whether he wrote the original or not. Let me know what you think. I will see you next time. Peace.